Hey, everybody. Real quick, I just want to talk about the color wheel and how we can go about making something very similar. So we have it for reference. So this project we are going to do in AutoDraw. And as you see up here, autodraw.com, you go and type this into your URL. Some of you, I already asked you to save this in your favorites because we will be using it a few times during the semester. It's a good alternative source if you can't find paper, something, or even just if you want to do some practice drawing. So it's a great little program and a website you can find online, and it's free. All right, but first of all, here is our color wheel. So we have all of our basic colors here. We have our primary colors, our secondaries, our complementary colors. Some are warm, some are cool. All right, but the color wheel consists of three primaries: red, blue, yellow, and primary means that you cannot make those colors from mixing other colors. But then you have your secondary colors. Secondary means that you take two primaries and you mix them. So when you take red and you take yellow, you mix them, you make orange. So orange on the color wheel goes in between yellow and red. If you take red, which is a primary, and blue, which is a primary, and mix those together equal parts, you get violet or purple. So that is where that goes in the color wheel. It goes between red and blue. That's where you get your purple. Green is another secondary color. So if you mix equal parts yellow, which is a primary, and equal parts blue, okay, then you get your green. Green is the secondary that you put between yellow and blue. Now, complementary colors are colors that when you put them next to each other, they make each other pop out. So they're always across from each other on the color wheel. Blue and orange complement each other. Think about certain sports teams like the Knicks, their jersey, or even Memphis Street Academy. Our colors, blue and orange. Red and green are complementary colors, so they're across from each other on the color wheel. Think about Christmas, right? See a lot of this color combination, complementary colors. And going back to sports teams again, you got yellow and purple. They are complementary. If you put them next to each other, they make each other pop out. So like the Lakers, or the Vikings, teams like that, they use these. All right. So we are going to create something like a color wheel, but instead of using a wheel, we are going to use all triangles to make a hexagon. So in AutoDraw, if we go to shapes right here, look up top here in this menu. We have circles, squares, triangles. I'm going to select the triangle tool. I'm going to go down the bottom. I'm not going to make it real big, but I want to make these all equal size. So I have black is selected as my outline color. This is your selection tool. So I'm going to move this here down the bottom. All right. I'm actually going to change my selection, my outline tool to blue. Then I'm going to come up here and get this paint bucket, and I'm going to paint the inside of my triangle blue just by dropping that in. I'm going to take my selection tool, select this. Now, I want you to copy this. So you will put Control C. So you're copying that triangle. And then I want you to push Control V. See how it gives you a second triangle? All right. Right now you have two blue triangles. And just go back and look at the color wheel. So blue we have here at the bottom. Doesn't have to go at the bottom, but I always start with this one. And then the next one we're going to do is make this one purple. So we're going to make a hexagon that's like a color wheel. So I am going to go here, right? I have this selected, and just scroll over to purple and see how my outline just turned purple. I'm going to go get the fill bucket. My color is still purple. Boom. I'm going to fill that in purple. So I'm going to keep doing this, making the same size. See this little toggle switch here? This little circular thing when you select that? That can rotate your image. So I'm going to take this and keep rotating it until one side is flat against the other. Just about. Try to make it where there's no white space in between. All right. And that way we can get a decent size hexagon. Okay. So now we have blue, we have purple. Grab my purple, Control C, Control V. I have the second one here. I'm going to lay down this corner, and I'm going to change the outline to red. And then I'm going to change the paint bucket color to red, all right? Because once again, primary colors, blue and red. Secondary color is purple, which is in between them. All right, grab my selection tool again. Take this toggle thing. Try to get it flat from one side against the other. All right, good. Now I'm going to Control C, copy my red, Control V, paste my red. I'm going to put this here. Now, what goes next to red? On the color wheel, orange goes next to red. It's a secondary color that is on the other side of red. I'm going to scroll here, make my outline orange, paint bucket, orange. Grab my selection tool, and turn this. Sorry, that's just a little tricky. So the flat side is against the red. Best you can make it. Takes a little practice, but you get the hang of it. And now you look, it is across from blue, okay? So you have your complementary colors here, all right? Now we know what the other primary color that makes orange, mixes with red, is yellow. So I'm Control C, copy my orange, Control V, paste my orange, a second orange triangle. I'm going to put a corner to corner here. You know what to do. Change the outline to yellow, paint bucket yellow, boom. All right. Select it, rotate it so it's kind of like leaning up against the orange. Once again, try to leave no white space. You want everything to fit perfectly as you can, almost like a puzzle. All right, so we only have one left now. Now purple has its complement, yellow, directly across from it. Select my yellow, Control C, copy my yellow, Control V, paste it. Bring it down here. Turn my outline to what? Green, yes, green. Green is the secondary color that goes between yellow and blue. All right, do the outline, the fill, and I'm going to go and fit that in like a piece of pie. All right, might have to be turned just a little bit more. Once again, think of it like kind of a puzzle. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but as perfect as you can get it. All right, so now we have our color wheel hexagon. We have all our primaries, our secondaries in one place. All right, so this is all we really need to do for today. I want to make sure they are in the right order, that you have your complements across from each other. Blue is across from orange, red is across from green, yellow is across from purple. All right, so if you have that, your color wheel is in the right order. If you have green between yellow and blue, purple is between blue and red, orange is between yellow and red, then you have them in the right order. And here's another neat thing you can do. You have your selection tool here. You kind of select all of them at once now, and then you could just increase the size, and you can fit them together a little better. All right, so this is what we're going to do, and then you are going to download this. Download it. Okay? Once you download your image, it should come up down here. And then what you can do is you can save this and then upload it to your assignment, just like we talked about. And there are directions on your Google Classroom to show you how to do that under important information. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you call me. Make sure you email me. Thank you very much. Have a great day.